All right. Uh, Welcome to the Kundalini Yoga and Meditation portion of the Wayformers Summit. I'm very grateful to be here teaching you guys Kundalini Yoga and meditation. My name is Jaigopal Khalsa, and I met Alec a couple of years ago through a mutual friend who was a Kundalini Yoga teacher. She had him on her podcast, and because we're both West Point graduates, she thought that we would hit it off, and she was right. And so I'm very grateful to Alec, not only for asking me to be here, but also for all the hard work and amazing work that he's doing for the world. I'm very proud of him, and to bring together the greatest minds in the health freedom movement and so on to this summit and to continue to do the work that he's doing is really amazing. So we should give him a hand, a virtual hand here, and send him a lot of love because he's got children and a wife and responsibilities, and still he's doing this amazing work, and it's a lot of pressure. And so let's send him a lot of love during this class, and a lot of prosperity and protection and so on. So today, I'd like for you to move with the class, because we're mostly doing lectures here in this summit, and there's a lot of people talking and teaching and instructing. But it's important to move, because the movement brings you into the moment. And that's the big thing that's going on right now in this change of the age. We're coming out of the Piscean age, which is a time of control and hierarchy, as we all know. We've seen it in our lifetimes, and that's been going on for the past couple thousand years. And we've all heard of the age of Aquarius. That's what we're in right now. And that's the spiritual component of this technological shift that we see in the digital age. The Aquarian age is a spiritual shift, and we can see it in the planet. There's revolution kind of going on all over the place, and this summit is an example of that. Souls that are participating in this and teaching this, and souls that want it and are coming to get it, are all participating in this amazing change of the age. One of the interesting things about that is that in the hierarchical Piscean age, we had an education system, and that education system taught us to think. And the funny thing about it is, when you get into the technology of the mind through the yogic teachings, you find that you can't really think, that the mind is constantly releasing thoughts and releasing thoughts and releasing thoughts. And all we really do is we identify with the thought and we sort of chase it. And then, because wherever your attention goes, that's where the energy flows, we end up magnetizing the thoughts that we identify with. And so really we don't think, we just chase thoughts and blow them up. And then the thoughts that we don't chase and blow up all get stuffed down into the subconscious mind. And if we don't clear those thoughts out, then it becomes a problem. That's where depression, that's where all of these problems that we have come from. It comes from a subconscious mind that's kind of overpacked, and then that goes into, takes you into anxiety and panic attacks, and can take you there if you don't clear out the subconscious mind. So we can't really think. What we have to start learning to be, and to be in the moment. And there's a lot of great books and a lot of great teachers, The Power of Now and all that, telling us that the power is in the moment. And we know the power is in the moment. But yet still it's hard to get there. And so that's why we need a technology like Kundalini Yoga and meditation, so that we can leverage the energy and expand the aura, and then control the mind, and then direct the mind where we want it to go. That we can choose the thoughts that we want to energize. Otherwise, it's way too vast and way too kind of out of our control, because the way the mind works is it has a universal, infinite component. The mind is our interface with infinities. We have a physical body, and we're limited in this form. But we also have our infinity, and the mind allows us to access that infinity. So if we can open the mind, clear the subconscious, the subconscious is the only thing standing between us and that infinite flow. So I urge you to do the class because sometimes you get into the habit of, just being in a series of lectures and you want to absorb that information. And when it comes to doing stuff, we're kind of like, I'm that way, and I know a lot of people are that way. But I encourage you to do this because you'll have an experience, and it's experience that counts. It's experience that's going to get you into the moment and into the flow. So this is going to be a sort of introductory class. It's going to be a lot of you may have done Kundalini Yoga. Some of you may have not. So we're going to do a kind of a basic, simple class. But there's no levels in Kundalini Yoga. So it's like a mandala where you meditate on sacred forms that are in a piece of like dharmic art. And wherever your eyes go, wherever you find yourself, that's where you enter the mandala, which takes you into a whole array of meditative experiences. So Kundalini Yoga is kind of like that. There's no beginning levels or advanced levels. Wherever you're at, you can go in and access your energy and raise your energy and have infinite experiences, however you're relating to the cosmos, to your infinite spirit. So I urge you to join along with us and have an experience. So in Kundalini Yoga, the first thing that we do is we tune in. And tuning in is we chant a mantra, which also is weird for some people at first. Some people, I know, I came from a very conservative background in New York and like very conservative parents, and cops and nurses and all that stuff. And, it's a wonder that I look like this now because like we didn't shine to people who were very different like that, and so chanting mantras, that was very weird stuff. But really, what I love about Kundalini Yoga is that it's a technology, and it has every part of it has an explanation. It isn't a religion where you take it on faith because somebody of authority told you so. Kundalini Yoga, you can explain everything. Like even the turban we wrap the head because we have the solar center, the crown chakra, the 1,000-petaled lotus here on top. And that, it reacts with the sun, and it's also the pineal gland is also your satellite dish to the universe. So we protect that center. And we know that that soft part on the baby's head, and it eventually kind of knits and gets harder after the soul comes in. So the technology of the turban is that it has 26 soft bones in the head, and when you wrap a turban or you wrap your head like that, it makes an adjustment to the craniosacral adjustment, which pulls the energy up from the base of the spine. That's just one example that this is like technology. And so that's what I love about Kundalini Yoga, is that it's a technology of the human being relating to its infinite soul. So chanting mantras are the technology of sound current, and everything in the universe is sound current because and even the word universe, right? Uni, one, verse, part of a song. So each one of us is an individual containing the whole universe, but we're contributing our verse to the entire collective. It's really kind of amazing. So the universe is all energy, interlocking energy fields. And energy vibrates, we know. I mean, everybody in this realm is kind of hip to that. The universe is energy, and energy vibrates, and vibration makes a sound, right? So when you walk under a power line, you hear that buzz. Those are the electrons going back and forth. We know energy makes sound. So what we do is we chant these primal sounds, sacred mantras, and they vibrate. And when we vibrate all our cells with that, we create a resonance, and then you become that thing. And that literally creates a pattern in your aura, and you take that shape or form. So the first mantra that we chant in Kundalini Yoga is a mantra to tune in. Ong is the first word. Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. And what that means is Ong is the creative sound. We've heard of Om, O-M, and that's a renunciate's mantra. So that basically, gets rid of all material things. We in Kundalini Yoga like to chant Ong, O-N-G, because it brings things into manifestation and we can have as much material stuff and pleasures as we want. So Ong is the creative conscious force, the creator, the creative force. And Namo is a reverence, to bow, to invite, invite in and bow to give respect to. So Om Namo, I bow to the creator, the creative force. And then Guru Dev, Guru is the revealing force. Gu means darkness, Ru is light. So it's what brings you into the light, out of the darkness into light. So a Guru is an enlightening force. It's an actual power, a force, like the force be with you. And it's our internal teacher wisdom, that kind of thing. So Guru Dev. Now Devas are the angelic spirits and beings. And then again Namo. So Om Namo, I bow to the creative force. And then Guru Dev, the enlightening force, and all the beings and angelic beings that help us get there. I Namo, I bow to that also, and I invite it in. So Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. We chant 3 times to tune in. So bring your palms together in the center of the chest and put the thumbs together in the center of the chest, the fingers pointing straight up, and inhale deeply. Hold the breath. You feel the energy start to rise because it's the soul that breathes in you. The soul that breathes in you. We're given the breath of life when we're born, and we drop the breath of life when we leave. Exhale. Inhale again. And that holding the breath, the conscious breath, automatically starts to expand your aura. The energy rises. Just let it flow, let it happen, let it be. Exhale. And inhale to tune in. Just chant along with the mantra. Inhale. Om Namo Dev. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, and we also keep your hands together in the center of the chest. We also chant a protective mantra after that. I don't have time to explain it because we have a lot to cover in a short time. But just chant along and copy the sounds. Gure Namahe, Jugat Gure Namahe, Sat Gure Namahe, Sri Guru Deve Namahe, Gure Namahe, Jugat Gure Namahe, Sat Gure Namahe, Sri Guru Deve Namahe. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, so let's get right to it here. Bring the arms up to 60 degrees, and we're going to do what's called breath of fire. So arms come up to 60 degrees, and then take your hands and curl the fingers down so they're on the pads of the hands, and stretch the thumbs up. And you're going to begin a breath of fire. So breath of fire is just inhale, exhale with no pause, like this. You might feel a little pain in the middle of your back. That's natural. There's a point in the center of the back. That's where the prana actually bifurcates and comes into the body. The pranic energy. But that's the sugar and salt balance point in the middle of the back. So if you have a pain and the shooting pain in the middle of the back, you might want to watch how much sugar and how much salt you intake into your diet. Otherwise, just keep rhythmically breathing. All you have to do is inhale and exhale evenly, and don't think about one or the other. A few more seconds. And inhale deeply. Squeeze the root lock. So squeeze your rectum, sex organs, and navel, and float the thumbs together until they touch. And open the fingers. Now press the tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth. Squeeze and press. Squeeze and press. And now exhale very slowly. Spread the fingers wide and come down. And just sit for a moment, closed eyes. And let that fire that you've stoked in the belly, let it expand out to all parts of you, or of your aura, your electromagnetic field. Breathe long and deep and expand it. You can concentrate at the third eye, the center of the forehead. And inhale and exhale. And now what we're going to do is a spinal flex. Flex the spine. So I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me. Take the hands and put them on the shins. Just comfortably grab the shins. And make a straight spine. Pull the chin down and in so you lock the neck. And then inhale, flex the spine forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Close the eyes. And so you're moving from the base of the neck to the base of the spine. The head's not all floppy. You're just inhaling forward, exhaling back. Deep breath. Inhaling, you're flexing the spine forward, opening the chest, opening the heart. Exhaling, you're spreading your wings in the back. Open the heart, front and back with this spinal flex. Your flexibility of your spine is directly related to your age. This chronological age doesn't mean as much as the flexibility of your spine and the ability of your spine, cerebrospinal fluid to flow. So this is a great exercise to do every day, even if you're not really into any big yoga practice. You just flex the spine and breathe every day. You'll de-age the body. Now deepen the breath as you do it, please. Deepen the inhale and deepen the exhale. Sort of lead with the breath. And in Kundalini Yoga, we use a mantra Sat Nam, and we use that while we're moving to further project the mind and to neutralize the mind. So inhale Sat and exhale Nam. Mentally recite the mantra Sat on the inhale, Nam on the exhale. Sat Nam, Sat Nam. And that takes you into a more hypnotic state. You hypnotize yourself over the mantra and the breath, both which have the ability to take you to higher dimensions. So we're mega multiplying the energy through sound current and through the pranic body, the prana. The prana, again, is the soul breathing in you. Your breath of life, you chose this incarnation. And then when you leave, the breath drops and everything drops except the soul and the subtle body. Inhale forward and up. Exhale back and relax. Again, just meditate for a moment. meditate and see how you've changed your state just with sound vibration and breath and movement. Excellent. Okay, now place your hands on the shoulders, fingertips up front, thumbs behind. Try to keep the elbows parallel or the upper arms parallel, and you're going to twist left and right, inhaling as you go left, exhaling as you go right. Good. Keep the spine lifted. You will tend to hunch down, but keep the spine lifted as you twist. Good. Deepen the breath. Remember the mantra. Remember the mantra. Sat. Inhale. Nam. Exhale. Now twist deeper. Lift up on the top of your head. Straighten your spine more. Emotions tend to get caught in this area, the rib cage, the heart, and the breathing changes when you get emotional. So this is a chance. It's like a washing machine. Just push the breath in and shake it out. Inhale, center. Squeeze that root lock, squeeze the rectum, squeeze your sex organs, and squeeze, pull in on the navel point. That's called the root lock. And then bring the energy up, focus at the third eye. Exhale, relax. Good. Now stretch the legs out in front of you. And just shake the legs out a little bit. Okay, now you're going to reach down. Not everybody's really flexible. You might be able to get to the toes, you might not. Wherever you land, just hold on there and then inhale up, exhale the nose to the knees. Inhale up, exhale down. Now if you can get to the toes, if you're super flexible, take these two fingers and then hook the big toe and take the thumb and push the thumb into the toenail. And in that way, you're going to stimulate the pituitary gland. Inhale up, exhale down. And again, Sat on the inhale, Nam on the exhale. Hypnotize yourself over that true form, your true form, every true form that you relate to, and the ultimate true form, that Nam, the creative force, the God force, the creative force, the source, whatever you want to call it. Breathe it in now and vibrate it into you with the Sat and the Nam. Inhale Sat, exhale Nam. Good. Now inhale up. Squeeze that root lock. Focus at the third eye. Exhale and relax. Because in this next one, if you have bad knees, it might be hard, so you just adjust. The thing about Kundalini Yoga, I will tell you right now, is that there's no levels, there's no competition. It's like whatever you do whatever you can. It's such a powerful practice. You're always going to get a lot of energy from it. It's like the Concorde, that plane that used to get to Europe in 2 hours as opposed to 5 or 6 hours or 8 hours with a normal plane. Kundalini Yoga it's like a spaceship. It gets you there fast. So if there's anything that you can't do, you don't get discouraged and think, oh, I can't do this and I suck and blah, 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 and beat yourself up. there's an old saying, you lean in the direction of a Kundalini posture and you got it right. So in this one, we're going to sit on the right heel. So you tuck the right leg underneath and then put the left leg straight out in front. Now, if you can't do this, then adjust and just put the foot into the thigh. And either way, you're going to grab the toes if you can get there. If not, grab the ankle. But you grab onto the toes and pull back on the toes. And then stretch your head towards the knee and then just hold it there. We're not moving the head, just holding the stretch. And begin that breath of fire. Inhale, exhale, no pause. Go. And again, we're always using Satnam in the breath. Satnam, Satnam, Satnam. Focus at your third eye. Deepen the breath of fire. If you find yourself thinking, come back to the mantra Sat and Nam. And inhale. Squeeze. Exhale. Relax. And now please switch sides. You're going to come onto the other side. So you're sitting now on the left heel. Just reverse it. And then the right leg is out in front. Or the foot into the thigh if the knees give you trouble. And then again, grab the foot, head towards the knee. Hold static breath of fire. Good, a little bit more deepen the breath of fire. Remember the mantra Satnam in the breath. And let your stretch be deeper with the breath. Movement of the navel, let your head come forward a little more to the knee. Deepen the breath of fire. Inhale, squeeze the body. Exhale, and relax. Now shake your legs out in front of you. And you're going to come with the legs spread wide apart. We're going to continue to stretch a little. And with the legs apart like this, you're going to reach down in the direction of the toes. You don't want to get all blocked up here when you're trying to move. We're going to move and stretch. So just grab on where you can and where you can still breathe and move. Some people, they sort of like it's competition. They try to get to the toes and then they're not moving, so you're not doing anything. So grab on, start with the shins, and then if you're super flexible, then grab the toes. But it's a small percentage of people that do that. So inhale, center, and then exhale, try to put your heart on the knee. Chest on the knee, and inhale, center, and then chest on the knee, alternating sides. Inhale up, exhale left, inhale up, exhale right, and begin. deepen the breath. You can deepen the stretch by deepening the breath. So take a deeper inhale, coming up, you stretch everything. And then on the exhale, you squeeze the navel and you see how that pulls you down more. But when you're using the breath to stretch, you're on track, you're in sync with the prana, and the prana's in sync with the entire universe. So you're making a real alignment when you move the body by using the breath to move it first. So leading with the breath will put you into a great alignment. And same thing, even if you're writing a letter, if you stop to align with your breath, it'll flow a lot better. Okay, inhale up to the center. Squeeze. Focus at the third eye. And now exhale down to the center. So grabbing the toes or wherever you can. Inhale up, exhale down straight to the center. And inhale up, squeeze, focus at the third eye. Exhale. Now please come lying onto your stomach. Lie down on your stomach, flat on your stomach, and just rest for a moment. Turn your head to the side and just relax. Okay, now what we're going to do is from this position, lying on the stomach, we're going to come into Cobra pose. So hands beside the chest, elbows into the side, tops of the feet flat on the ground. Inhale and rise up. And then hold this position, close the eyes, focus at the third eye, and deep breath of fire. We're not going to be here too long, so strong breath of fire, deeply focus at the third eye. We're bringing the energy up now after stretching the lower triangle. We're bringing it up to the higher centers. So concentrate and beam from that third eye with the breath of fire. Focus on the third eye like you're shooting a laser beam. Inhale deeply. Hold, stay in the Cobra pose. Hold the position. Now exhale all of the breath out. And stay in the position and squeeze that root lock with the breath out. Rectum, sex organs, navel, pull in, squeeze, hold it, and beam to the third eye. Beam out the third eye. Steady. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale and relax down. And now please slowly come up and sit into easy pose like this. Cross-legged position, just come sit into easy pose. And just assess yourself for a moment. Breathe long and deep. Feel your expansive nature, your aura that's expanded. And with a long, deep, relaxed breath, go into that and expand more. And now hands on the shins, hands on the knees, shrug the shoulders, inhale up, exhale down. Satnam, Satnam, Satnam. Inhale, squeeze up. Inhale more. Exhale, relax down. And now drop the chin into the chest and roll the head to the right in a big circle. Big circle. Good, and now reverse the direction. Please go the other way. Opposite direction. Roll the head. Breathe into each full circle. And inhale the head center, please. Inhale center. Exhale, relax. And now just breathe again, long and deep. The whole body relaxed. And it's like the deep breath is pouring you out into the surrounding environment. Inhaling and exhaling, you're just sort of melting outwardly. Inhale, exhale. Okay, now the final part of this Kriya that we're doing is called Sat Kriya, and it's one of the most powerful things that you can do. And so I'm going to go very quickly because I want to get to that meditation on vastness. And so I'm not going to explain too much except to say that if you can sit on your heels, so tuck both legs under and sit on the heels. If you have bad knees or you can't do it, perfectly fine. Just sit in easy pose, right? But if you're sitting on the heels, what you're going to do is you're going to take your hands and put them together, and then interlace all of the fingers except for the index of the planet Jupiter finger. And those fingers stay up. And now it's different for men and women. If you're a man, you're going to take your right thumb and put it on top of the left thumb. If you're a woman, you're going to take your left, the opposite. The left thumb goes on top of the right thumb. And then you just take this up here like this. And then you rotate your armpits inward, which sounds weird, but what that does is rotate your armpits inward, which will pull the upper arms up to your ears. And then you're just going to relax in this position, close your eyes, and we're going to use that mantra Sat Nam in the following way. On Sat, you're going to pull your navel in, which will precipitate the root lock. So Sat, you pull in the root lock basically, starting with the navel in and up, and Nam you release. You just release it. Nam. So it's like this. Sat Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam. The eyes are closed, focus at the third eye. Sat, Nam, 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 Sat, Nam 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 Sat, Nam. Inhale and squeeze that root lock. Exhale. Inhale again. Squeeze the root lock. Exhale. Now inhale one more time. And now exhale completely. And squeeze the root lock with the breath out. Tight, squeeze, focus third eye, pull up. Inhale. Exhale. And relax. Now please relax on your back, lie down on your back, and let everything go. And just completely relax the body. Completely relax for a few moments. Let everything go. Let yourself just kind of melt into the earth. And breathe very deeply. And relax very deeply. Please inhale, exhale, and start to move your fingers and your toes, bring yourself back. Take another deep inhale, fill up your lungs. Exhale, roll the wrists and the ankles in circles. Rub the hands and the feet together, the palms and the soles of the feet, rub them together. Stretch your body a little bit in every direction. And now pull your knees into your chest and then rock on the spine like a hobby horse. And then roll up in sitting into easy pose. And we're going to go into our meditation. Okay, so this is a meditation on your vastness, and what it'll do is it'll shatter thoughts that bother you. So what we do is go in and take the thoughts that bother you and then blow them up until they explode like a balloon, or send them so far out into the vastness that they become very small. So we're a little pressed for time, so we'll just go right into it. What you're going to do is you're going to put your hands into Gyan Mudra, and that's the thumb and the Jupiter index finger touch like that, and that represents wisdom. Almost everybody's come across this Gyan Mudra. And then you just take the hands like this, and you're going to take the hands in Gyan Mudra like this and make backward circles, just little backward circles. The circles aren't big. Meditate on the word vastness. Meditate on the word vastness. Not on infinity. You can't apprehend that. Move like this. Sit and move. And just meditate on vastness. You're not going to get a medal for it, but you'll have you have a little fun with it. Try to create a rhythm in this Gyan Mudra on your hand within that realm and move. Now don't try to see whether it's benefiting you or it's destroying you or it's constructing you. Don't discuss these with yourself. Your aura's started changing now. You've started looking at what is happening to me. Now beyond you, just do it. Widen your horizons. And you remember that show Star Trek? Space, the final frontier, to explore new worlds and seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one has gone before. Star Trek. So put your star on the track. Just keep moving thoughtlessly. Don't slow down, don't be too fast, don't be nervous, don't be attached, don't be conscious of any action or reaction, just be. Do it consciously and meditate on vastness. Vastness will waste away your confinement. Think, feel, and imagine you're huge, big. Now take any thought in your subconscious which bothers you. It's a private treatment, okay? Take any thought which bothers you and make it vast. That's the way to shatter things in the subconscious. Keep moving. The psychomagnetic field of the subtle body in Gyan Mudra should continue keeping its movement in rhythmic form, and take any thought which bothers you very deeply, for which you have no answer. Sometimes you're afraid to talk about it because then you know you're caught in it. We understand that game, but we don't want you to live with that. You understand? Take the thought and widen its horizon. Make it big and bigger like a balloon until it pops. Or take it to such a height that it gets out of your sight. Any such thought which bothers you, which hurts you, which has done a number on you in the past, make it so big like a balloon that it may pop. And that's it. Get going. You can even put your horniness to trial, your anger at yourself or anger around somebody else. Keep moving. The beauty of that is the conscious orbiting of Gyan Mudra in that rotation. That's the beauty of it. You cannot generate energy. You cannot even electrify the light bulb until the generator moves. Keep that generator moving. Keep it going. That's the beauty of it. Any thought that has intensely bothered you, you can totally get rid of it through this process. But you have to process it to make it wider and bigger and bigger and bigger and keep going. Move, 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 move. Concentrate consciously on that thought. You have a few more minutes. Now put your hands together, lock them together, put together, tighten it to the maximum. Tighten it to the maximum. Inhale deep and hold long. Steady. Inhale more if you need to. Hold long. Exhale. Inhale deep. Tighten the hands so that even the air between the palms of the hands should squeeze to nothing. Steady. Haven't forgotten about you. Exhale. Inhale deep. Deep. Hold tight. It's a very special breath. It will go out through 3 stages of its rhythm. We'll widen it. Tighten the grip of the hands. Inhale more. A little bit. Hold it tight. Inhale again. Hold it tight. Inhale a little more. Hold it tight. And let it go. Very good. Just close your eyes and meditate for a moment. Breathe long and deep. And inhale. And exhale. All right, so we end each Kundalini Yoga class with a long time sunshine song. And the words are, may the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. So just follow along, bring the palms into the center of the chest, and just follow along the words.
May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on,
All right, thank you all very much. It was a great honor and pleasure to be here with you today. If you want to find me, you can find me by pretty much searching out Jaigopal. My website is jaigopalyoga.com and jaigopalyoga.com. And you can find me on all the socials and all that business. And Alec has asked me to teach a couple of classes a month on the Way Forward platform, and so I'm super psyched about that. So if you're going to be a member of that platform, we can meet again. All the best to you, and keep your light bright and strong, because that's all it takes to flip this thing into the new consciousness, is just to be you in the moment and be the strongest you that you can be. You don't have to fight anything, because that infinite light will do its thing. It's consciousness, and consciousness knows what to do and where to go. So keep up your practice, because it's being in the moment that's going to do it. It's not a fight, it's the light. And until we meet again, Satnam.